KSI has to be the biggest coward in combat sports. KSI has been training boxing since 2017. That's nearly 8 years in the ring. For context, Anthony Joshua in just 4 years won a gold medal in the 2012 Olympics. But after 8 years and about 8 fights, KSI announced his next opponent was going to be Wayne Bridge, who just pulled out due to getting his feelings hurt. Yeah, this story is crazy. But KSI hasn't fought since his last loss to Tommy Fury. That was last year where, it was a pretty close fight. Nothing to be ashamed about, but KSI did handle that loss terribly.
I fucking hate losing, man. Tommy Fury won it. It was a loss because he said he was going to knock out. Control it, KSI, come on.
Even telling his fans to harass Tommy Fury. I did a video at the time talking about it.
Yeah, let's keep reminding Tommy that he didn't win that fight under his Instagram posts or Twitter posts or anything he posts online. And if you see him publicly, you could berate him as well and remind him.
But there was a Misfits boxing event last weekend, and it was teased that we were going to finally hear KSI's next opponent. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Darren Till, Jorge Masvidal, maybe even Amir Khan, who was thrown out there, maybe Jake Paul? There was a lot of interesting competition, but I don't think anything could have prepared us for this announcement. So I'm watching this live, right? And I didn't really expect them to announce KSI's opponent, but I was like, okay, this is a nice surprise. KSI's on stage, and he's kind of trolling a bit, picking out different names, and I'm just kind of confused. I'm like, all right, who is this going to be? This has to be someone big. And then the camera pans to this old guy, and at this point, I think he's joking. I think this has to be a joke. I don't even know who this guy is. Granted, I'm an American guy. I don't really follow football that much, or soccer as it's called here, I should say. But this guy is Wayne Bridge, and he gets into the ring to face off with KSI. And as I've said, he was a football player. I don't know if he still is, to be honest. And he's starting to face off with KSI. And this is just weird seeing that. First of all, like I said, I didn't know who this guy is, but he doesn't even really box. I mean, he does have a fight, and we're going to get into that in a second. But KSI in this face-off brings up apparently Wayne Bridge's ex-girlfriend cheating on him. Apparently, his girlfriend Vanessa actually cheated on him with one of his teammates from his soccer team. This is crazy. I've never even heard of this in my life. But KSI brought this up pretty much instantly after the face-off, and you could tell that, Wayne Bridge was definitely bothered by this. His face changed, went from, oh, let's have a fun face-off to what, actually embarrassed. Honestly, you kind of have to feel bad for the guy.
Are you gonna let John Terry smash your ex? I'm pretty sure that's what you're known for. Yeah. Vanessa, whoa! Vanessa, whoa! Let's do it, boys. Yeah, you love that, huh? Yeah, I'm ready now. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I touched you again.
If this story is really that massive, what did you think? You were going to get through a whole fight promotion without this thing being brought up? Of course, this is going to be one of the top things talked about. And yeah, they shove each other, and the whole arena is booing at this point, I think, because everybody was like, what the hell is this fight announcement? The hate online was crazy. Even the most loyal of KSI fans had to call out KSI and this, obvious ducking of Darren Till. Even KSI's former coaches had to speak out about this.
They're not looking to cook.
They're playing it safe.
They're moving like chicken cottage when he's paying them Michelin star money. JJ said before the Fury fight, I've hit my final form. I finally get their system. And he came out and done star jumps. When we left him, he was Beerus.
He was.
Now he's Machamp. What's his name? That Machamp or something.
But then the plot thickens as on Monday that Wayne Bridge posts saying that he is pulling out of the KSI fight. He posts on his Instagram story, basically saying that KSI took it too far by commenting on the affair with Vanessa, and it was just too hard for his family to go through, and that he was going to be pulling out of the fight because of it. And while I've seen a lot of comments saying, why would you pull out of this fight? You're going to fight the guy anyway. You get to punch him in the face. This makes no sense. I could kind of see it because seeing, his other boxing fight, let's be honest, this guy isn't a world-class boxer, and KSI probably would have beaten him pretty easily. This guy isn't a fighter. He doesn't come from that, and at the end of the day, if he feels like it's going to bring a lot of stuff on his family, I mean, this guy's not a real fighter anyway, so I'm not exactly surprised. I still think he deserves to get clowned a little bit, because how are you going to sign up for this and not think this thing is going to come up? But I'm curious, who is KSI going to pick? Because I think there is overall a unanimous decision on what the people want. We want to see KSI versus Darren Till. Darren Till fought Anthony Taylor, and obviously I wanted to see the Tommy Fury fight, but Darren Till looked good in that fight, knocked out Anthony Taylor, and look, honestly, honestly, I think that he actually is a good challenge for KSI. KSI hasn't really fought many people good, and that's what I really want to get into here, because KSI is definitely the biggest coward here, because he makes Jake Paul look like he's taking hard fights. Because when you actually look at the resume, I mean, we have Logan Paul, we have Swarms and Pineda, who KSI was a lot bigger than. We also have FaZe Temper, Joe Fournier. The only good person was Tommy Fury, who, yeah, KSI did perform pretty well against, and now he was gonna fight Wayne Bridge. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, KSI needs to fight harder, guys. This guy has been boxing for 8 years. Like, this is just like bullying at this point. This is actually bullying, especially when we heard Mams Taylor literally say last month that no, KSI is going to be taking the hard fights. He's going to be taking real fights. They're not going the Jake Paul route.
At this point onwards, I've promised fans, and KSI and I spoke about this, it's only going to be big names and big exciting fights. That is it.
Maybe you guys should go the Jake Paul route, because he's actually taking harder fights. And look, I criticize Jake Paul's opponents all the time. They are laughable as well. But KSI is like a new level of laughable. Like, KSI, if he fights Darren Till, I'll actually give him a lot of respect, because that is a tough fight. Darren Till is taller, he's rangier, he has more experience, and I honestly would probably lean towards him beating KSI. And keep in mind this is the same guy who literally criticizes his brother out in the public, publicly shames this guy, takes him out to dinners, and shames him on picking easy opponents. Like, this literally just happened.
Do you think your fight went?
No, but not. Stop.
Your fight happened.
Stop.
Do you think your opponent was quite average?
I thought he.
Or do you think your opponent was a top tier opponent?
Anyone who steps in the ring, I give them their props. That's that. See the way you phrase that. Pretend.
Okay.
I don't pretend to be a nice guy.
Okay.
I'm not a simple as that.
Okay.
I'm off, man.
Yeah. Do you want me to say your name? See you, bro.
When you're doing the same thing, you want everybody else to fight hard opponents except you. Like, his undercard is taking harder fights, tell me not. And this needs to be shamed more, guys. It is not cool. This is a sport, you know, where you're supposed to be at least fighting reasonable matchups. KSI just fought Tommy Fury, and look, he fought like a year ago, a little over that. He should be fighting at least someone a little more level up. Even if it's not Darren Till, give us somebody, all right? I mean, there are so many options, maybe even Tyron Woodley. Like, the fact that KSI would pick such an easy guy, it's actually really embarrassing. Like, KSI, he needs to stop being a bully. He needs to actually, you know, go fight people that are actually in line with his experience and test yourself. If you lose, you lose. I don't know if he's just traumatized from losing to Tommy Fury, but this is just coward behavior, guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my last video where I talked about Kevin Holland being an absolute asshole on the Jackson podcast. You guys are the best fan base in MMA, boxing, and everything. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.